Holy Welcome to the first episode of Locked In, this series. Episode 1 entitled, Who's Got the Juice? So, like the title suggests, today we're going to be juicing. You know, they say juicing is good for lowering blood pressure, staying on the healthy track, all of that jazz. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of that today. But before we even get into the juicing, I got to clean out that fridge to make room for the fruits and veggies that we're going to be using. And we literally got to go to the store to go get it. So lately I've been buying in bulk. So we're going to go to Costco. We're going to dig around there to see what fruits and vegetables and proteins that we could find. And I'll just be running through Costco. Y'all remember that show? I think it was like from the 80s or something like that. And they used to be running around the supermarket with a cart and they used to have to fill it up fast. And then I'm not too sure how they won. I think it was based on like the total. Anyway, that's the vibe I'm getting when I go to Costco today. But before we get started and do all that stuff, how y'all doing? It's 2026. How those goals go? My stomach out? Damn. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here now. How are y'all goals going this year? It's the second week in January. Put down in the comments what y'all goals are. If it's working for you, if you've had to shift a little bit. So let me know. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Now let me take my blood pressure. That's how we gotta start off the video. Let me go do that now. Part of me always feels nervous before I take my blood pressure because, look, I try to do good. I really do. And I've been doing good. I'm not going to hold you, but it's just like the blood pressure be surprising me sometimes. Like it's a make-believe ass number. I'm like, all I had was water and seaweed chips. Why is my blood pressure 145 over 95? But what I've been doing every morning, or at least trying to know, was taking my blood pressure and recording it in my journal. I don't know if y'all can see that. I know that says December. January, we're off to a rough start. I'm trying to get better with that, but yeah. So let's get her done. I use this machine, the Oman. I don't know if y'all got it at home. Do it. Get one at home if you're trying to lower it too, because at first I wasn't trying to do it, but my doctor was like, you really need to do that. I said, all right, doc, I'm gonna start recording. Tracking my blood pressure daily, and honestly this series is helping me do that. So thanks y'all for watching, or thank y'all for not watching, because it still helps me if nobody watches. Well, so let's get her going. I don't know how y'all can see that. Let's lower that camera a little bit. My mama notes and whatnot. Alright. If you like me, and you trying to lower that blood pressure, and you have not checked your blood pressure, let's use this time wisely. Let us go do that together. Let us do it now. I'm a right-handed mug, so I'm going to use my right hand, my right arm. I think you're supposed to be quiet, so I'm going to do that. Wow. Mind you, that is a 157. Did I have pepperoni pizza for breakfast? I did, but that's we making the changes now. That's what we're trying to do. I shouldn't have had that pizza because 157 over 81. The 81, we're not mad at that, but that top number, I'm disgraced. Hopefully next time we check in together, that says at least like a 137, something. But that's why we're on this journey now. So for starters, I'm looking in here. It kind of looks a mess. But I'm going to start with this takeout out here because I think in here is mad french fries. We're leaving that behind. We live in fried foods and these starches and carbs in the past. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is there a whole seafood boil sitting in my refrigerator? That's just from Christmas. I don't know what y'all cook on Christmas, but over here we did a seafood boil, but that has to get tossed. So we also had some Brussels sprouts on Christmas Eve. I said, let me just toss that out as well. Now in this big bowl is some chicken that I have to make. Maybe I should have made the chicken before I started this video. I have no idea what I just grabbed, but clearly it's going in the trash. Now, one thing about a Brussels sprout is going to last you a while. So let me go and put that in my little refrigerator section down below. But the kale had been in here for a hot minute. So I'm going to keep that. What's that? Oh, those are some old Brussels sprouts. But look, they had been in there for over a month and they damn near was almost good enough to keep. I had an old tomato in there, and I'm also going to throw away these peppers and make room for the new peppers because they're starting to get a little soft. I don't do a soft pepper unless it's nice and sauteed. I had mad bags of apples because my bookie bought me some apples, and I'm going to use that for juicing soon. So I said, look, so I got all those apples up in there. So let me go on over out the frame, collect and gather that trash, see what I'm working with. And while I have you, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and also follow me on social media. I'm going to throw that cheese out because there ain't nothing in there. And let's throw away those old sauces. Throw away the sauces that you are keeping in that fridge. It is 2026. What else we working with in my fridge? Let's do a little reorganizing. That is some chicken sausage I usually eat for breakfast. One thing I love is a good blueberry because they are going to last you. That's probably one of my favorite fruits behind the blackberry. Now with the spinach, I'm always going to be checking for, what is it? Is it wilted spinach? If it's too dark green, it's got to go. But one thing I'm going to do also is the sniff test. What is the smell like? I guess that was a bad sign. So I definitely tossed that. Now what else will we working with in this refrigerator? Now, broccoli always going to do what it does, but I don't know if it's the specific brand I've been buying lately. It's kind of been giving boofage, but since it was still looking all right, I decided to put that down in a little refrigerator part. Costco, they know that cream cheese is too big, but I did buy it. Oh, well. Now, that was a part of a meal prep. I don't know why I be keeping my meat separate, but I do. But you see, I didn't eat it. So make sure you put the whole thing in the thing. And that's me because I thought I was going to do a transition, but I didn't. So clean out your refrigerators. Happy 2026.
Hey.
Damn.
Hold on.
You know how hard it is? Is this thing recording? Is this thing recording? Let's talk about how hard it is to be a content creator in public. You don't want to hold the phone, so you get your man to hold the phone. He can't even hold the phone. But let's go get this stuff. Like I gotta wait. Take 50. Grapefruit helps lower blood pressure. And it's just good in general. So we're gonna add this in there too. This is for digestion via anus.
Oh. Yes, what are the other meat options? If you're tired of chicken.
I'm trying to slow down on the beef too.
Okay.
Which is why we got this ground turkey. Maybe I should just double up on the ground turkey. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We'll find something. I think we're going to go with the shrimp. Aren't y'all tired of eating chicken? Mm-hmm. Well, we got mad chicken in the house already, so we're going to add shrimp to the mix. Something about this feels disingenuous because I'm not in the shot and you can't see me, but that's okay. We're going to make it do what it does. our beets and everything cooked up. I don't want to tell that back there. But let's get her done. Let's get her started. My hand's red as hell from the beets. I like to do a little mix of each thing, you know, because when I'm trying to taste it, I need to taste a little bit of everything. There's too much stuff, y'all. Well, let's start with that. Ooh. I've been too excited for the juice bar. Oh, my girl is calibrating. All right, we gotta improvise because that tastes like mad beets. I knew I should have got 2 pineapples, but I forgot. So we're gonna add some apples. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let me put it up. The apples did help. Well, let me show all of my medicine again. Okay, the apples did help. The iron being right there is funny. The apples did help. I needed 2 pineapples. Cut the cameras. All right, so let's actually critique the juice. The juice wasn't horrible. It just was heavy on the beets, heavy on the bitterness. I knew I should have gotten 2 pineapples because I followed this recipe before and it was always 2 pineapples. But I was like, nah, you know, I'm trying to be beets heavy. I'm trying to be healthier. I don't know why I try to do that, but you don't have to do that because it needs the sweetness. And honestly, when I let it chill, it was bomb. So follow the recipe or not. But that's all that I got for y'all today. Tune into the next episode, which should be out like right now already. So see y'all. Oh, this is all. Bye.